I'm sharing my little Halloween spread. I just started getting stuff kind of set up and organized. I need to tidy up in the garden a bit, and then I need to add a little soil, and then I'll get some of the flowers in the ground. But this is the best of my work from the back, from the corn stalks. Just a few, but I'm happy to have them. This is the purple. I forget what it's called now. What's it called? Martian jewel corn. I don't know if you can see that, but definitely more of that next year. And picked up lemongrass that I fell in love with this summer. This variety, East Indian lemongrass. I don't know if that's the same. I don't think it's the same. It doesn't look that similar to what I have now. This has that purple stem on it. The ones I have now have a bit of purple on the leaves, but not much purple otherwise. But I love the sort of lime purple combo. And then your standard mums, which I don't know, how do you not take them when you're at the garden centers? And this wonky guy, which I love the blue ones. A little more on the yellow side, nice warty one. I love these. Little gooseneck, is that so great? I love ducks and birds, so I like those. They make me happy. I gotta show him off a little better somehow. And these were from the back, little jappy little pumpkins. And I particularly love the little dried tendrils on there. Aren't they so cute? I think when you get them at a farm stand or a market, they're usually already cut off or broken off in the transport process. So another little perk about growing your own. Speaking of which, the more I do this and the more I live with it and the more I think about it, the more I really, if able, would like to grow like all autumn decorations and cut flowers next year. Peppers, eggplants just didn't do well enough to sort of justify the energy and the space they took and the cost of the seeds and everything. If I'm lucky enough to have access to it otherwise and I don't have to grow my own, then I think I'm going to be passing on those. Is that better? And I love these dark ones when the sun gets on them, which will be happening shortly. This setup here I have worked out so that it'll be peak sort of mid-afternoon to late afternoon. As the sun sets, the sun will be coming from behind there, and I think it'll look really, really gorgeous. But yeah, I want to do just all of these. If I can grow all of these, the corn stalks, the multicolored corn, I absolutely love that as a food, as an decorative element, and as a fresh decorative element in the garden, and as the dried cornstalk, traditional autumn decor. And then the pumpkins and squashes, the vines are so whimsical. I absolutely love them. They feel like a little bit of, I don't know, they feel like a little, they make you feel a little small, I think. They make me feel a little small. Which is nice to feel like towered over by these beautiful, whimsical ocean-like kind of wavy, massive leaves of the vines, and just the way they curl and their little tendrils. They're just really pretty to have in a garden. Plus the joy of seeing the pumpkins and the squash grow, plus the fact that they take zero effort. Love that. More decorative grasses. Again, I fell in love with the, what's it called? Lemongrass that I had this summer. And I picked up a couple perennials yesterday at one of the local perennial sales. So I did manage to pick up I forget which one it is. It's like a purple red Carex bunny grass, I think. So it has that poofy kind of tail on it. And I'd like more fruit if possible. The ground cherries, the raspberries, blackberries. I saw a persimmon tree, 50% off, that I had my eye on, but tomatoes, I just don't eat that many. They're great because they grow really well here, but I already went half the plants that I had last year this year, and even that seems like too much. Zinnias, of course, Echinacea rudbeckia family, 1,000,000%. The Helenium, yes, hopefully it'll do better this year than it did last. And then, yeah, other than the zinnia and sunflowers, I really want to try to do less. I say that as I just remember that I have to figure out what I'm going to do with like 500 bulbs that I just ordered and started to arrive. Anyway, I think I'll wrap this up for now. How pretty are these little ones? I love the little, ouch. I love the little ones, how dainty they are. They're like little perky lion faces. And then the purple is just otherworldly. But yeah, I really want to do less colors, maybe. More specific colors with the zinnias, I think I've talked about before. Anyway, I'll do a update for October. There's a surprising amount of stuff still doing really well in the garden. But yeah. Autumn decorative grower. And the other thing about that, like spring / autumn growing, I've been thinking a lot about how much time and when I spend in the garden, and the summer is just too hot for me. I don't do well with that kind of heat, with that kind of weather, so I'm not in the garden in the summer that much. But spring and autumn, thinking a lot about ways to make that peak season and growing for that season. So some flowers that may do really well in summer but don't bloom in autumn, that's not going to work anymore, I don't think. So that's, I don't know, just something to think about if you're working on your passion as well. So yeah, going bigger with the bulbs, the spring bulbs and the fall plantings, because this is really the time to enjoy it. This needs some work, which I will be doing, but anyway, that's just a little quick. I love autumn. I love it so much. Who doesn't? I know it's not the most unique trait to have, but guilty. All right, happy, healthy October.